Hey there people, what's going on? Ryan Wyatt for High Point Music's online video tutorials, and today we're going to talk about warming up. So this is something which isn't really covered in a great depth very clearly, and I particularly remember when I was starting out, no one mentioned anything about warming up on your guitar, what's the best way to go about it, how to avoid injury with your hands, things like that. So we're going to take the opportunity today to shine a bit of light on this topic and hopefully give you guys some really useful ideas in ways that you can approach your warm-up best suited to how you're going to be practicing and what in particular you're going to be practicing on your guitar. All right, so warming up, what is warming up? So what it is it's a process of going through and readying ourselves to get the most out of our practice. So with all that said and done, our warm-up should be geared exactly towards what we're practicing. So for example, if we're working on some scale work, we want to be working through some chromatic exercises. And if we are going through our chords, for example, we might run through nice and steady. Practice some chord sequences chromatically. One thing I think is really important with warming up is what we're doing is we're aligning the physical and the mental together, because guitar and with music, it's not a purely physical skill, it's not a purely mental skill. So your warm-up should be geared about getting you nice and relaxed and just getting you in tune or in the zone, so to speak, to really smash your practice session and get the absolute most out of it. So for example, if I am working with some chord work and I'm going to be really getting into some chord voicings with my practice, I'm going to start off nice and steady with some chord shapes, with some chord voicings, and just get my fingers working and moving into that. So I'm not too concerned about speed in which I'm getting it. I'm just going at whatever space I'm comfortable. For example, if I've got some chord shapes here, I just roll my fingers through. Nice and steady at my own pace, just get my fingers tuned in. If I'm going to be doing some lead work or some scale work, I'm just going to go nice and steady. Not trying to overwork the fingers physically. Just get them moving, get them loose, and get the mind tuned into what we're doing. So we're trying to be feeling for what our fingers are doing on the fretboard, physically tuning in and getting really relaxed so we can start smashing our practice. So the first tip you can apply to your warm-up straight away is focus it and gear it towards exactly what you're going to be working on with your practice session. So if that's chord work, scale work, rhythm work, just go nice and steady and go get the hands moving in that way which you're going to be practicing. Secondly, don't force a tempo with your warm-up. That's really important, people. Just go nice and relaxed, because to get the most out of your practice session, you've got to be relaxed, you've got to be chilled, and you've got to be in that state where you're just observing what you're doing, paying attention so you can execute and get the absolute most out of it. So if you follow those two steps that I've just outlined there, you're going to be much better prepared to get the absolute most out of your practice session, because you're going to be starting off on the right foot and all your momentum is going to be leading towards that task of improving whatever it is you're going to be working on. So if you appreciate the value of this content, people, smash those like, subscribe and share buttons. If you've got a question or a request you would like to see on the channel coming up in future, drop a comment below and we'll drop that into our shooting schedule and get back to you as soon as we can. If you'd like to get my help personally, the best way to do that is to book an online consultation or an 8-week tailored video program. Click the products tab below in the description or on the website and book the appropriate option for you. But make sure you book in today, as there is a waiting list to work with me in a one-on-one capacity. There we go, people. Follow those ideas, put them in your practice, and you're going to see much better results coming out of your practice, which will make everything a lot more enjoyable and make you want to practice even more. Until next time, I'll see you then.